Call this meeting to order, and we will do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
I am going to ask the board if I can do the village president's report prior to citizens comment. Oh, actually, there's a few more things to do. I need a roll call.
Trustee Garvey.
Present.
Trustee South.
Here.
Trustee Unger.
Here.
Trustee Beckmeyer.
Here.
Trustee McFall.
Here.
Trustee Glenn.
Here.
President Zimmerman.
Here. Asking for approval of minutes from the regular board meeting of April 20th, 2021.
Make a motion for the village board to approve the regular board meeting minutes April 20th, 2021. All of us have had them prior and have had a chance to review them.
Second motion?
Any questions? Discussion? I'll ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee South.
Aye.
Trustee Unger.
Aye.
Trustee Beckmeyer.
Aye.
Trustee McFall.
Aye.
Trustee Glenn.
Aye.
President Zimmerman.
Aye. Would the board be okay with me moving my president's report before?
Absolutely.
Do I have to vote for that or no?
No. As long as nobody says no.
Okay, good. So I put some thoughts together. On behalf of myself as village president and all the board members of trustees, I would like to acknowledge the outstanding effort and professionalism of our police and fire departments in the past year and even further back. There's been a lot of unique stresses in the last year with a lot of different things going on. It has been a very challenging year in so many ways. But Chief Keiss and Rosenhall, you guys have just stepped up to the plate and knocked it out. You really have. Your staff, outstanding. Thank you. They've stepped up to the challenges day in and day out. As noted by the board and the residents of Greendale. We as a board support you fully in your duties to your community now and going forward into the future. Chiefs, please pass over to your staffs at your earliest convenience our thank yous. So a little bit just behind that, I'll just kind of give a little piece, but happened to be at the scene of the accident on Friday when I didn't see it happen, but I was there afterwards. And it honestly truly opens up your eyes about what these guys do every single day. Running into stop the fire, get someone out of a car that's mangled. It honestly changes your view. I always have the utmost respect for both of you guys, but seeing it and being there is just like, holy cow, wow. So thank you so much to you guys and you guys. So thank you guys. All right, we'll move on to citizens' comments. Persons wishing to address the board are asked to state their name and address for the record and limit their comments to only one time and limit their comments to 3 minutes or 5 minutes if representing a group of persons. Citizens' comments shall be limited to a period not to exceed 30 minutes. Please note that the village board can only discuss matters listed on the agenda. Hey, Bill.
Hi.
Thank you, Ron.
Well done.
Bill Kewan, Kewan, 5306 Rollins Drive. Good evening, board members. In 2013, Greendale celebrated its 75th anniversary. A special citizen-based committee of volunteers was formed to carry out the various activities and events of that celebration. About $95,000 was donated to fund the committee's work. Dave Miller was selected to chair the committee and he went on to receive the Spirit of Greendale Award for his excellent leadership. I am proud to say I worked with Dave and that he assigned me the task of operating the Alumni Reunion Village, which was based in Dale Creek Park. To commemorate the location of the Alumni Reunion Village, the subcommittee decided to install a friendship tree, which then Director of Public Works, Robbie McFall, installed on behalf of the village. And a large decorative rock was donated and installed by former village president Bernie Schradel. Unfortunately, the 75th committee did not have enough money to pay for the commemorative plaque, which would have identified the site and the purpose of the event for visitors and residents passing by. Other community fundraising activities overshadowed fundraising for the plaque. Then the COVID pandemic intervened and fundraising stopped. Now there is a possible donor willing to fund the cost of this plaque. His only request is that we include a line on the bottom of the plaque that it is donated in memory of his mother, who was a longtime Greendale resident before passing away. I urge you to give this donation careful consideration so that we can conclude this aspect of the 75th celebration. And here is a copy of what the committee decided should be on the plaque. I'll just pass it around. You can keep it and put it on file. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marvin Stein. I'm a property owner at 6733 Radburn Lane. I'm here for, I think, the fourth time.
Maybe take your mask off. I can't hear you at all. Speak into the microphone.
Is that mic working?
I think so.
Good evening. My name is Marvin Stein. I've been in front of you a few times before regarding the same matter. This was regarding 6733 Radburn Lane. I'm the property owner there. I am not a resident. I've tried to use the waste facility and refused. This has gone on for 2.5 years now. I built a building 32 years ago. The building is in need of a restoration, especially kitchens and bathrooms. I'm a carpenter by trade. I'm doing all the work myself as I can, as I can afford. I have long-term residents, tenants. I have to do it while they're occupying the building. I cannot get a dumpster there. First of all, I have 2 tenants, 5 cars. I have no driveways to put a dumpster on. The road is very narrow there. Also, the cost of the dumpster, $400. I can avoid that. I have a trailer. I can use the waste facility real easy. It's only about 4 blocks away. Everything I look at, I honestly feel I'm being discriminated against. I pay the taxes, but I can't use the facility. There can't be more than maybe 3% of people in my same situation. I can't understand why there's such an opposition to this, considering I paid taxes for 32 years. I hope everybody can see my plight here. I hope you understand why I keep coming back. I've delayed the remodeling just for this reason. I don't hire carpenters, do not hire out other contractors to do their work. You do not know what kind of work you're going to get. That's why I want to do it myself. I'm capable of doing it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Heather Godley, and I'm hoping to just read a statement that the secretary for Page has already sent to the board. But as a village that embraces, and sorry, Heather Godley, 5331 Millbank Road, Greendale, Wisconsin. As a village that embraces and recognizes the importance of celebrating history through village proclamations, events, and festivities, PAGE, People Advocating for Greendale Equity, would like to ask that you formally recognize Juneteenth with a proclamation or resolution. Juneteenth highlights the importance of June 19th, 1865, when enslaved people in Galveston, Texas were finally told that they were free, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery in the South. Acknowledging Juneteenth is important for all Americans, as it commemorates a day when the ideals in the Declaration of Independence became more true for all Americans. And PAGE therefore asks you to adopt a resolution, proclamation, or other way of acknowledging Juneteenth in similar ways to the City of Milwaukee, County of Milwaukee, it's also being considered in the U.S. House of Representatives and U.S. Senate in a bill. So I would just ask you to consider this, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to go into session? No? Don't see any? All right, we'll close that. We'll go to standing committee reports. Trustee Marvin.
Thank you, President Sobrowski. Finance Committee has a couple of items tonight. The first thing is the internal audit that's done every month by a rotating board member. Trustee Olet had it particularly this month. This is where at random items are pulled by the trustee, P-card, checks, ACHs, to look at the background and follow through with any internal audits on there. Trustee Olet, if you could give an update, please.
Yes, I did. I did take a variety of samples of the different items from ACH and the P cards, and I did have some questions, and the village staff answered. And I had some more today, and Todd was able to answer for me. Everything checked out great.
Thank you for doing that. Anybody have any questions for the internal audit from the trustees? I see none, so thank you again for doing that. And that's rotating, so next month it'll be someone else. The next is approval of accounts payable checks for payment. All trustees have had all the items in front of them for quite a while, so they've had a chance to look at them. So the Finance Committee is recommending the board approve the following. Accounts payable checks number 57454 to 57513 in the amount of $208,140.71. Also included in the authorization is ACH payments 13083 to 13092 in the amount of $453,068.92. And the P-card purchases for this month, number 1 through 41, amount of $82,457.20. Finance Committee is recommending the board approve $743,666.83. Can I have a second, please?
Second motion?
I have a second. Any questions on any of the payables for this month from any of the trustees?
Ron, what was the total on the ACH payments again? Was it 453 or 463?
I see 453.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's on the sheet.
Is that what he said?
Okay. Questions for any? I see none, so I'd like a roll call, please.
Trustee Burden?
Aye.
Trustee Stout?
Aye.
Trustee Unger?
Aye.
Trustee Crutchmer?
Aye.
Trustee McFall?
Aye.
Trustee Olet?
Aye.
President Sobrowski?
Aye.
The next item is the status accounts, March 31st, 2021, if there is an update.
Update.
No update?
Kristen was sick
Okay.
today.
If I could ask to move this item to 2 weeks from now at the next meeting. Got a second on that?
I'll second that.
Thank you. That concludes the Finance Committee for tonight.
Thank you so much, Trustee Marvin. Planning Commission, Trustee Sal.
No meeting.
Library Board, Trustee Unger.
Yes, I have a number of things. All library board seats are now filled and orientations with Mr. Kobleska and Dr. Hughes have taken place. The Friends of the Library has 2 leadership vacancies right now that they would like to fill. So if you have family, friends, or acquaintances who might be interested in serving on the Friends Board, it would involve a few hours of volunteer work per month. You can contact me or Brian. The Friends meetings are held on the 3rd Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m. in the lower level of the library. Library Board President Kate Dombrowski held an introductory meeting with Trustee Feckmeyer. Virtual trivia and Spring into Reading have been very popular library activities. And I'd like to share some examples of how our library supports our community. One of our librarians was contacted by a parent whose daughter is struggling with isolation during these difficult COVID times. And the teen librarian invited this teenager into the library. And the teenager is an avid Lego builder, and the teen assisted with a display in the library. You can see it in the teen area. I checked it out myself. So, you know, they go above and beyond what's really required of them. And I'd like to read 2 short thank you notes. I don't know if you've seen these. Dear Mr. Van Klooster, a note of appreciation for your pleasant and helpful assistance when we came to the Greendale Library for tax forms. You were happy to print some for us. We were also pleased that the library continued to assist patrons during COVID. And one more, Brian, thank you for all your help with finding that information on my husband's parents. You went beyond what I could have. That's all.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian. All right, Public Works Committee.
No meeting?
No meeting. Board of Health, we have a meeting next week. Public Health, Welfare, and Safety, no meeting. Park and Rec, Trustee McFall.
No meeting yet.
No meeting, all right. Public Celebrations.
No meeting.
No meeting, all right. We'll get them next time. All right, let's move on to number 7, old business. There is nothing there. Next, we'll go to board and committee appointments. I do have a couple. I would like to appoint Trustee Sell to Public Health, Welfare, and Safety. I would like to renew Greg Wire, chairperson for Police and Fire Commission. Or was it Patrick Farley? Do you remember? No, it's Greg, right? Okay, just want to make sure. Next one is Catherine Dombrowski for the library. I'd like to renew her. Park and Rec, we have 3 we need to renew. Alex Sabicki, Stefan Waite, and Caitlin Koike. The Board of Health, since they're expired, should I just renew them now or should I wait till July? Do it now? Okay. Mary Jean Green, Pamela Crawl, Kim Krieger, Jarek Barney, and Jessica Reynolds. I'd like to renew all of them. And I think that is, Jason Albers for the Sex Offender Residency Board. All right, that is everything.
I'd like to make a motion to affirm the recommendations from President Soborowski for the appointments to our committees as he outlined.
Second motion?
What's that? Which one? Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. I had a lot of them. And then also Jackie Kramer, I need to add to that to renew her also. And Planning Commission.
Amend my motion to add Jackie Kramer to the Planning Commission. All the rest is outlined prior.
Second.
Roll call, please.
I just have a question quick.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Are these 1-year terms, 3-year terms?
They're all different.
They're all over?
Yeah, they're all different.
Just out of curiosity.
What was that?
Is the board of 1-year terms or 3-year terms? 3?
3.
Okay. Thanks.
I think there must be one, because I think this is Jarek's just first year, so
He
he.
might have taken someone's.
Okay.
That was only 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Any other questions at all on any of this? No? Okay. Roll call, please.
Murphy?
Affirmative.
Trustee Sal?
Abstain?
Trustee Unger?
Aye.
Trustee Kreckmeyer?
Aye.
Trustee McFall?
Aye.
Trustee Olet?
Aye.
President Dobrowski?
Aye. All right. To new business, T 32, discussion and necessary action regarding the special event permit for Association for Village Days.
Okay. The GEA is requesting approval to utilize the municipal lot, parking street, and the middle school field, along with the loop from J&J Contractors, as they have in the past for Village Day setup. The lot will be cleared on Monday, August 9th, with setup beginning Wednesday, August 11th, along with the requested road closures, and remain closed through Sunday, August 15th. New for 2021, potentially utilizing a portion of Pop Dental's parking lot pending approval from the owner. This was approved by the Public Celebrations Committee at their last meeting.
What would the dental lab parking lot be used for?
It would, well, specifically, did you have a specific plan for, there's a map attached, I don't know that it was.
I think a quarter that they're thinking about for rides for the FEA area.
Like additional.
For rides from Music on the Move. It's still not confirmed.
Is FEA GEA on the map?
FEA is Family Entertainment Area.
Okay,
That's where the ride area is,
gotcha.
by the middle school.
Cool. Good.
County Factor.
Two questions. Are the food vendors going to be all along in Parking Street? All the food vendors that are listed? And then I would maybe request better signage down Broad Street or through the whole village, because since I live on the end of Broad Street, I many times come in there, you know, because this is pretty new closing this many streets. And I've gone into the parking lot and it's like, it's a dead end, and then you got to try to get out of the parking lot, and many people are doing that. If there's a way to say, you know, no access through here, no outlet, and maybe further down Broad Street to get people to just not even try to go down Broad Street, because you can't go anywhere.
Right.
Sure, Crocus is a dead end. Maybe Crocus and out that way.
If the gates are open.
You know, it just,
You know,
better signage just is less confusing and so people don't get upset or whatever.
I have seen those signs, like I know in Greenfield, they have like light up ones in the back of trucks that says, you know, like no access or road closed ahead. I wonder if we can have something like that with DPW, or where they get that?
We have special event signs, or they do have special event signs, and they do have road closed ahead signs, so, and those are those portable ones, those huge
Okay.
triangle ones. We started that, and I know they've
Or
continued.
detour,
So,
don't even turn on Broad Street unless you're gonna.
We can make notes of that.
I wouldn't promote-
Detour up
Yeah,
to Talpa.
Right. No, that's a good.
That parking lot gets pretty crazy with people walking and kids and then everybody.
Which one are you talking about? Pop?
Pops.
Okay.
How are you gonna do that if you close that parking lot or use partial parking lot?
It was just a portion of it,
Right.
just that like
By the
north
flagpole,
end.
that-
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Not the whole.
We don't know.
Would people still be able to turn around in there though?
Well, that, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
around
they
that
do use the
entire
mailbox on the
loop,
other
so.
side.
Right.
you'd almost try designating that parking lot for the people that work for or working for the event, have it as a employee parking lot versus, but there again,
Oh, there's so much parking.
like Colleen said, I mean, you gotta tell these people that you ain't getting through or be able to turn around, so.
You have to let some people through for the post office to mail letters though, too.
Plus the beauty salon there, or the nail place,
but it was on the distance.
And my thought was that it was like from the edge, like by Flag Park, like just like this. I'm
Right,
not sure.
It's just that north end, Tony said that, you know, but then there's the loop, like you said, where you
Well,
turn
the loop is
around.
before that.
Right before.
Yeah, there's another, so you could block that off pretty easily.
Pop hasn't approved this.
Just
This is
because-
pending approval.
Right, we don't know for sure.
I can't believe you'll approve that.
No.
That would cause more pedestrian traffic in there with cars trying to loop through, so just,
It's
to me,
gonna-
just better signage.
Can we go further west towards the middle school? There's like more green space that way. They wanted more rides.
It has to be a certain distance away from the middle school, in my experience.
Oh.
I mean, but
We can see.
the big.
And this was really put through, my understanding was when they were into mechanical rides, and now we're not doing mechanical rides, so I don't know if it's even gonna happen.
So what are you doing on Broad Street between Schoolway and Northway?
Nothing.
It's closed off
On Broad Street?
on the map shows it closed off.
So that was initially part of the application, and that
That was
was
changed.
taken,
It
or
was taken
pulled back. Basically, they were looking to do the mechanical rides and like more of a midway with like carnival
With the
type of rides.
Ferris wheel.
But then that wasn't able to happen. So that did not get presented to the PCC. So that was not part of the application. But this map that Tony sent me after the fact I should have crossed it off, I guess.
It's not.
That's no longer
Valid.
applicable. So that was where the FEA area on the north side of POP also was gonna kind of go in tandem with that, was our understanding. Now that that's not happening, will you really need that north end?
Maybe we could approve it subject to a new map.
Sure.
So just
We can
table
just
it.
note
No.
it. We can just note it. I mean, we're just not over it.
So does that mean you're not gonna close Broad Street at all, or?
So this part of this map here, the north end between Schoolway and Northway is not part of the request. No, that will be open as it has been in the past.
But
There's
those
no
live,
reason to open it, because you can't, well, I guess you could go up Schoolway to get out. Well, you
Didn't the Lions
You're
previously
closing
request
the
closing it?
south end, though, in
The
front of-
Lion requested closing the part of Broad Street in front of Gazebo Park, and that was not approved because
It's not gonna be closed?
overnight with the tent,
What, no,
remember?
it means being closed during the event.
Right, overnight with the tent was when,
Okay,
remember?
yeah,
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 right.
but the road is being closed during the.
during the event,
during the
yes,
event.
sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
But you're saying that the north end of Broad Street, you don't need to close?
No,
They do not need to close that.
All right, Ryan?
Oh, well, that helps people.
I guess I'm still a bit confused, so we're not closing Broad Street at all, because I know in the past, especially during the evening hours, we had closed Broad Street from the north parking lot to the south end, just because of pedestrian traffic across the roads. So I'm just asking for my own, I'm a little confused after looking at the map and now finding out it's not closed.
so you want it closed?
Well,
So you mean from the start of Northway all the way to,
from when you turn onto Broad Street where you go into the east and west lots,
Uh-huh.
we had closed it there until the other end because
a pedestrian crossing?
during village days with open intox and people crossing the roadways, we had closed it, I believe, obviously not last year, but the year before, during the event, and it opened it at night.
I believe that you recommended that, didn't you, last year?
I did.
Yeah, we can. You know, it makes
Seems
sense.
silly not to.
I would like to make a motion to table this until we talk to the chief and get clarity on, so we know what we're approving, exactly.
It's fine.
I'll second that. Okay, any other discussion? All right, roll call to table this.
Trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Trustee Strong?
Aye.
Trustee Palmer?
Aye.
Trustee Connor?
Aye.
Trustee McFall?
Aye.
Trustee Olet?
Abstain. Thank you.
President Zaborowski?
Aye. All right, next item, BOT 21-33, discussion and necessary action regarding a special event permit request from the Greendale Entertainment Association for Saturday Night Fun and the Green Gazebo Concerts.
The GEA is requesting a special event permit for the Gazebo Concert Series every Saturday, starting June 19th through August 21st, excluding July 3rd and 14th, Due to other village events, the GEA may additionally submit licensing to sell alcoholic beverages in Gazebo Park on specific dates when appropriate. The Public Celebrations Committee reviewed this request and has recommended it for approval as well.
Any questions? Trustee Feckman?
Well, just one typo, it says, under background, it says Sunday instead of Saturday. I was confused by that at first, but you mean Saturday, right? These are the Saturday.
These are the Saturday ones, correct?
And then I just had an issue of the alcoholic beverages, I'm fine with that, but then we're not selling them on Sunday. Seems very odd and inconsistent to me.
It's two different groups that run, so it's, yeah. The GEA would like to try and do it once in a while, and Park and Rec has opted not to.
Can the PCC do it?
I asked
Do it on
last
Sunday?
year, or I've asked several times. These are their own events, so I.
And so you couldn't do it Sunday? PCC couldn't do it on Sunday?
We could, but she's saying the Park and Rec doesn't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't want another group to do it.
Okay.
It just, I guess it is what it is.
I asked.
Could we ask again, I guess?
Sure.
We just said the board would really like to see if we could do this.
Yeah,
but
just
the
from the
beer garden?
standpoint of consistency is people, it's kind of odd.
I guess maybe Saturday night versus Sunday night having.
Different crowd maybe too. I don't know.
I guess
Sellers
people
on a
can bring
Sunday
their
night
own.
and have staff
Bring their own too.
on a Sunday night. I don't know if PCC staff
Right,
or
yeah.
volunteers would really go for that either.
Right, that's true. On a Sunday night.
Yeah.
I get that.
All right.
Unless you want to do it, Kelly.
I'll just bring my own.
All right, can I get a motion on this?
Do you want to do it since you're GA?
No, go ahead.
Make a motion for the board to approve the special event permit from the Greendale Entertainment Association for Saturday night fun on the gazebo. Concerts are presented contingent on complying with any COVID health regulations and that particular time.
Second thing. Second.
And as outlined and discussed through here, this is a great event. We get a lot of people in for all these events on Saturday and one of the better times in Greendale. So,
Second, the motion?
Discussion? If not, let's roll call.
Trustee Barfield.
aye.
Trustee South.
Aye.
Trustee Unger. Trustee Feckman.
Aye.
Trustee McFall. Trustee Gillette.
Abstain.
President Dombrowski.
Aye. All right, so next item, BOT 21-34, discussion and necessary action regarding a special event permit request from the Greendale Park and Recreation for a perennial plant exchange.
The Greendale Park and Recreation is requesting a special event permit for their annual perennial plant exchange on Saturday, June 5th from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. This would take place near the clock tower on the sidewalk next to the CLC. The Public Celebrations Committee reviewed their permit and has recommended approval.
Any discussion?
To approve the
I just
special
have
event
a
permit for Greendale Park and Rec perennial plant exchange.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Where it says they're gonna utilize the parking spaces on the west lot of the downtown business center, what is that exactly?
There should be a map there too, that where, here's the map. I can ask her what exactly that meant on the west side. Can you repeat that?
Utilize the parking spaces on the west lot of the downtown business center on Broad Street.
I think there's a couple maybe parking spaces that they use right in front of, like by the clock tower, possibly, that she's referring to.
I would think she.
Just for pulling in and unloading or something, but I can follow up on that if that's
Those would be by the library.
right.
What she means by the library, because that's, which, is that Grand Haven too?
No.
No. And she must know that.
Jackie don't. She's been doing the same thing. It's by the health department, little parking lot in there. It's a real nice event.
All right, any other discussion? If not, let's roll call, please.
Trustee Barfield.
Aye.
Trustee South.
Aye.
Trustee Unger.
Aye.
Trustee Feckman.
I,
Trustee McFall.
Aye.
Trustee Gillette.
Aye.
President Dombrowski.
Aye. All right, BOT 21-35, discussion and necessary action regarding a special event permit request from the Greendale Park and Recreation for Village Nights on the Green Gazebo Concerts.
Greendale Park and Rec is requesting a special event permit for Village Nights on the Green Gazebo Concert Series for every Sunday from June 20th through August 22nd, excluding July 4th and August 15th. Due to other events, the concerts would begin around 7 and end at 8:30 p.m. The Public Celebrations Committee reviewed these and has recommended them for approval.
Discussion?
I'll just move to approve the special event permit for the Greendale Park and Rec 2021 Village Nights on the Green Gazebo Concert Series with the dates and times listed in the special event application.
Second motion?
All right, any other discussion? No? All right, ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Burden?
Aye.
Trustee Sal?
Aye.
Trustee Unger?
Aye.
Trustee Beckmeyer?
Aye.
Trustee McFall?
Aye.
Trustee Willett?
Aye.
President Dobrowski?
Aye. All right, next item, BOT 21-36, discussion and necessary action regarding a special event permit request from the Public Celebrations Committee for the GTO Car Show.
Public Celebrations Committee has requested approval for the GTO Car Show on Saturday, August 21st from 8 to 3 p.m. This is the third year we've partnered with the GTO Car Club, and the layout expanded through Schoolway last year for additional cars and social distancing, which again is requested for 2021. The Greendale Lions Club will sell food and partner with the PCC to sell drinks. There'll be a band at the gazebo, and the car club will run a silent auction that will donate a portion of the proceeds to the Greendale veterans. The downtown marketplace takes place on the north end of Broad Street during the morning of this event, and we would also request to declare this time frame as a Public Celebrations Day. The application went before the Public Celebrations Committee and was recommended for approval.
I move,
Go ahead.
I move to recommend a special event permit from the Public Celebrations Committee for the GTO Car Show as presented, contingent on complying with any COVID health regulations in place at the time. So is that also the second one too?
No.
Okay. Second.
Second that. Any other discussion? Trustee Fickman?
I would just request the same signage
Maybe
for this event as Village Days.
that parking
That parking lot.
area is a dead end so yes, we used it last year. We will even add on to that a little bit, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trustee Sum?
Do we need to also add to the motion to make it a public celebration day?
I was wondering, we'll add that to make it also Public Celebrations Day. I would like to just make one comment too, just to make sure that the parking was a real problem last year, and the businesses right along Parking Street was very affected. I do not want any parking on that street. Keep it open for the businesses because those were blocked.
It was made no parking, I think, for safety purposes initially, and then I talked to the PD on site and talked to Bridget, and they removed them.
Just so this year.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I request.
Trustee Unger?
What's the reason for making it a public celebrations day?
So that people can walk around with their drinks.
Okay,
Just stay at the park.
Space of the
Correct.
event.
okay.
Trustee Barbie?
I just wanted to comment, this show has been going on and growing every year. It's, if you haven't attended it, it's worthwhile going down. It's a really neat event. And you can see a lot of different people and talk with them. And I just wanted to say it's really,
It's an amazing.
it's one of our, like Pet Palooza, it just keeps getting bigger.
It's a great partnership. They really appreciate our downtown village, and it brings in a whole new group of people and tourists.
We're lucky to have it.
No, I agree. Trustee Sal?
I just want to say this map is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Did you do it? So on the other events, if we could have the same map.
On the PCC events.
Could you do all the other ones?
Yeah, so the other question I have is on the two ends of Broad Street, it says water. What is that?
Water barricades versus wooden barricades. So the water barricades are usually used on like the either ends of the event so that a car couldn't just come barreling through.
Sure, okay.
Whereas like less populated roads, you would use the wooden
Awesome.
barricades. So I like to be aware.
Discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Bergen.
Aye.
Trustee Snell.
Aye.
Trustee Unger.
Aye.
Trustee Beckmeyer.
Aye.
Trustee McFall.
Aye.
Trustee Alette.
Aye.
President DeGroote.
Aye. All right, BOT 21-37, discussion and necessary action regarding a request from the Public Celebrations Committee to declare downtown market days as public celebration days.
The Public Celebrations Committee is requesting that specific downtown market dates be declared public celebrations days during the time frame of the events when the PCC will be selling alcoholic beverages, along with support from the Lions and the GEA. Sales would run from 8 a.m. till noon on Saturdays, June 19th, only through August 7th. Declaring these dates public celebrations days will allow attendees to walk freely through the defined space of the festival during that time frame.
Okay.
To declare public celebration days and downtown market dates from June 19th through August 7th as outlined by Kirsten.
Second motion?
Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Bergen.
Aye.
Trustee Snell.
Aye.
Trustee Unger.
Aye.
Trustee Beckmeyer.
Aye.
Trustee McFall.
Aye.
Trustee Alette.
Aye.
President DeGroote.
Aye. All right, next item, BOT 21-38, discussion and necessary action regarding an ordinance change to unify the village board and committee appointment dates placed on the agenda on request of Trustee Larbian and President Sabrowski. Trustee Larbian, you can start if you want. No, go ahead.
This is a suggestion I just want to make for the board to consider. We have appointments that President Sabrowski just did some now. He did some a couple of weeks ago, but many of our committees are staggered. We have, for instance, public celebrations is normally done in October or November or December when we get around to it, and to fill them out. And then some other ones, fire police commissioner will go off. I think it'd be a lot easier for all of us, and particularly for the president, if all of our committees were appointed, we get on the same cycle, we can get that done with and get a better feel for what we have rather than continuing to bring up through the year. And the date is up to everybody else. I just think, first meeting in May or last meeting in April, just do every committee that we have. Then the only times we have to address this is if somebody elects to step down through the year, we'd have an opening to replace that one particular position, but not have to deal with it. I think it'd be a lot cleaner and smoother. It's a suggestion, and we can take action if you want.
Manager Michaels.
I did some research, looking through the statutes, state statutes. Obviously, we have to follow state statutes. And Plan Commission is set by state statute as May 1. And May 1 also was for Police and Fire Commission. Otherwise, I didn't find anything in the statutes that precluded us from changing the other dates.
Then I would recommend them all being in May 1. I agree.
So do it the last meeting of April, effective May 1.
Yes, that probably makes great sense.
Okay.
It's a great idea. That's all I wanted to say. I was hoping that's why this was on the agenda.
It was. It just, there's so many different, different months that so I'd like to just, even if someone whoever's after me, it just makes it so it'd be so much easier just to appoint people. Constantly trying to look at this all the time and who's where and what's going on. So
All more efficient.
yeah, and I'm sure there'll be some more, one of the next meetings I'll have to do soon because I'm just trying to get caught up and everything. Once I get caught up, I will not really have to deal with it till next year. Plus it'd be nice for us not to have to worry about it also as trustees. Manager Michaels.
So, given this direction, we will put together an ordinance and make some changes.
Thank you.
And bring it to the next meeting.
Perfect.
Okay.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Trustee Feckmeyer.
PCC is usually up in September, right, or October.
I think it's October.
Are we going to switch that right away after you change the ordinance and then
Yes, it'll be effective. No.
wait till next
We would
year?
have to do next year when the
Okay.
terms expire.
Okay.
Didn't we just renew them?
But
Yeah, you can't
it
take
almost
them
makes
off.
more sense to do it now and then they would run.
But we just renewed our last meeting.
I actually still have quite a few more to renew on here, like Carrie Birmingham I'm into, Holly Curtis, Lauren Bay. So there's actually quite a few expired on here.
So we'll have a few to go this year, and then next year we'll do them all last meeting first.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I've just been trying to break them up over the next couple of meetings, so I'm not doing so many.
Yeah.
So, all right, so then we're just on the next agenda and look to that. We have
Something right up
do we have to have a roll call for that about?
No, we haven't had to put the ordinance together.
All right, perfect. All right, we are all done with that. Officer reports, Manager Michaels, do you have anything?
I don't have anything, I would echo what you said before, citizens' comments. You know, both our departments do a very good job. I've been at plenty of scenes of different incidents and, you know, the look on the face of a firefighter working on somebody, you don't forget. I mean, I've seen it and it's something that I would want to do as a profession.
It's hard.
I agree. Thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. And what's so crazy about it is when I called Todd today and mentioned that to him that I wanted to do this, today happens to be actually International Firefighters Day today.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's really.
Congratulations on that too.
Yeah.
All right. I already did the village president report, but I guess the one thing I will ask is I know we want to have a special meeting. Do you want to discuss that right now or set that up, or do you just want to do it with an email?
I'll do emails.
Email-wise, okay. All right, last item, number 10, citizens' comments. Persons wishing to address the board are asked to state their name and address for the record, and limit their comments to only one time, and limit their comments to 3 minutes, or 5 minutes if representing a group of persons. Citizens' comments shall be limited to a period not to exceed 15 minutes. Please note that the village board can only discuss matters listed on the agenda. Is there any comments? Good evening, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe Russ, 1600 West Shadow Drive, New Berlin, representing 559997 Basswood Street. A few things. One, I'd like to thank Chief Rosenau for putting stationing a squad on the village center on certain days. I have noticed when I've been there that it has affected, I haven't seen the stop sign so much, but I've noticed that traffic on Northway coming from Broad Street up this way has slowed considerably. Don't hear the cars going past at 40 miles an hour. It's taken off from the stop sign. So people are respecting the speeds a bit more, pulling out. So I want to thank the chief for doing that. I don't expect it there all the time, but I think it keeps people on their toes when they do come through the village. Secondly, regarding what Mr. Keewan said earlier, I've been walking past that stone for over 8 years now in Daffodil Park regarding the reunion, and I think it's time that something be done with it, and that's why I'm willing to do that, make the contribution to get that plaque done. My mom was the second graduating class of Greendale, which I believe was 1951, so this would even be a more fitting year to do it if we can get it accomplished. If you have any questions after the meeting, feel free to let me know.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Any other comments at all? I see none, so I will ask for an adjournment.
Move to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second motion?
Roll call, please.
Trustee Barfield.
Aye.
Trustee Stowe.
Aye.
Trustee Unger.
Aye.
Trustee Beckmeyer.
Aye.
Trustee McFall.
Aye.
Trustee Olet.
Aye.
President Sierra.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yes.